Good morning.
Good morning.
Another weekend, and we are here. We've been working a little bit in between the last week and this weekend. This week I would like to show you what's happening with our polytunnel. So it's basically polytunnel and greenhouse update. Both spaces are now very much sort of poised for growing for summer, so everything that we will be growing in them is there. Most of it potted in the places they're going to be for next 3-4 months. And yes, so that's what we are all about this weekend.
And I'm planting lavenders.
Oh yes, Nigel is planting lavender hedge. It keeps the wood chip in place between the soft fruit bed, between the wood chips and the gravel path, which is constantly being dug up by the birds. And that we haven't got that problem on the, and there's also the bees absolutely adore it. So and we love it too. So that's what he's up to. And my mom I think she's doing some seedlings. So what's new in a polytunnel? To be fair, some of the strawberries they're getting slightly in a colour. There's not going to be a massive crop, but definitely we will be growing strawberries now in pots in polytunnel, and we will have three of us this weekend, and hopefully tomorrow I can pick 3 strawberries. We won't have to switch the light off. On the right hand side I've got the more sort of generic tomatoes like Gardener's Delight and Moneymaker, and as you can see these are now flowering. I'll be watering them a little bit with the tomato feed, and the bed on the left hand side is now planted with tomatoes absolutely in place. So most of them have labels and I know what they are anyway. So these have been planted at least week before that, and is the front one is on this side is Roma, and this is Yellow Submarine, and they've been given to me by a friend. Then we have Marmande and Mini Bells. This one I'm not quite sure what it is because I lost the label, but I know what I sowed, so I check my notes. This one is Black Russian. This one with very different kind of leaf is Principe Borage. There's a Sun Gold and Cordy Burr, which I have a label for. It was planted last. I also have some purple basil planted alongside here, and in between I'm going to plant some I've got some more French marigolds and basil, but the same way as many people do, I will just buy some from the shops and cheat a little bit. In the greenhouse we have most of the veg. Well, really, these are aubergines and peppers, which are going to be standing here most of the summer, or all of the summer really. And these are planted in the pots they're going to be in. I don't have so far any fancy watering system, so it's going to be us watering them as required and feeding them. So what I've got here, I've got 2 types of aubergine. These are Bonica F1, which I had last year, and they did fruit very well. And Moneymaker, which is basic one, and I'm hoping for a bigger crop this year. Now these are in 20 or 25 litre pots, so I don't expect to replant them again. These are really rather big pots for aubergines. I had them the same size last year. These are a couple of my grafted peppers, and you can see the difference. They already setting fruit and starting. So this one is habanero chocolate is a chili actually, and the other one is a pepper. That is a pepper, Naga red. Oh, this is chili pepper. Okay, Naga red. So these are grafted. The other two, there is a sweet bell pepper and 3 of the jalapenos. They are reasonably good size. They are also in the permanent pots now. Let me have a look what else we have. These, some of them are sweet pepper, yellow longhorn, and the jalapenos. I also have all the melons repotted. So I've got Emir. Here's one fairly big pot because we won't be. I haven't got the right pots for them yet, and I won't be repotting for a while. So they're slightly bigger pots than they really need to be. This one is Sugar Baby. I don't believe this is Sugar Baby. I believe there might be something else, but never mind. And this one is Century, and I think I've got 3 Emirs. They're looking all right. I've got a little bit more sweet corn, which I'm going to try to plant today, and all the cucurbits, which are poised to be planted. As you can see, some of them started developing yellow leaves, so next week, today, tomorrow and next week, they will have to find permanent homes. So let me quickly just go over and show you what I have. So pumpkin, jack of all trades. Then we have 3 types of cucumber. It's a cucumber Śremski, that's a Polish cucumber. And then I've got Czengielkoi, which is a Turkish white cucumber, and a couple of Ladivas. They're looking fine, and they will be going today and tomorrow. I also got from a friend very nice says butternut squash, early butternut, and that's a squash. As far as other squashes are concerned, I've got Patipan, I've got Patison Gagat, Uchiki Kuri, Crowned Prince, and Turkish Turban. Also yellow scallop courgette, Costata Romanesco, gold, and I think that's it. The only one which actually didn't work well was the basic courgette. So there we go. So these are being planted or in a bigger pots if we don't manage to plant them in the ground, and the rest are going in the ground today and tomorrow. Besides all these, we have still have some seedlings, and we will have seedlings all along the way, you know, sort of whole summer like everybody else. I'm constantly sowing something. So this one is borage. I've got quite a bit of space, especially for borage, and then give some away. I also have some Blue Victoria salvia germinating here, some wallflowers, dwarf bean yin yang, that is coming out really nicely. I have to say, these been sown by my mom when she's here. Then cornflower, these all will need to be pricked. There are cup and saucers. I've got 1, 2, that needs to be wetted, and I can see there's another one coming up. So at least 4 plants. I don't need that many, so that's okay. I've got some giant kohlrabi here. That will need to be pricked once it's a little bit bigger. And some more brassicas. So what have we here? We have a curly kale, and that one is the red variety, scarlet. Well, I can see 1, 2, 3 seedlings there in all 5 pots. Then we have rab broccoli, that's germinated okay. Then we have purple sprouting Rudolph, then broccoli Roma, then is kale, and it's supposed to be the frilly red one, and look, I've got one measly thing. Kale Nero di Toscana, which I love. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be enough. Siberian kale and purple blue kohlrabi. That's quite a few of them as well. So that's lovely because I love kohlrabi. I love kale. There is some broccoli there. I'm not going to be sowing for a while. Let just these seedlings get on with it, and when it's time we're going to prick them and pop them on for succession planting. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to be planting some more of these sweet corn, especially the bigger ones, and the rest of the cucurbits I'm going to take to my office. I managed to get the girls planting or trying to grow veg. It's lovely to experiment, they're all young ladies, and you can see there's absolutely not a single tomato here. I have successfully distributed 30 odd spare tomatoes, so that makes me very happy. My mom just been potting some of these homegrown chilies. I will carry on with them in the polytunnel. I'm going to be transporting them shortly, and I've planted some I don't know if you can see that because the light is in the camera, so I can't see if that shows well. I've planted some dubious looking double red sweet corn. These are looking that they've been in a pot too long, but let's see. If not, we put something else like kale here and so on.
Well, here we have the new lavender hedge, courtesy of Mr. Little. I'm sure it will all grow up and be as healthy as this one, which needs weeding. Okay, it's a Saturday evening, beautiful sunny evening, pleasant, warm, much better than it was this morning. We've finished most of the potting up jobs now. The polytunnel's been tidied up and filled up with new things, and
Yes.
Morgosia's mum has been busy on her last weekend in England before she goes back to Poland, and we've got to thank her for all her hard work.
Yes,
2 weeks.
potting up, sowing, and more potting up, and yes. So today's video is about what we're having at the moment in polytunnel and what is going to be a feature there for the rest of the summer. And hopefully next week we will do our 5 new things we're growing this year. Every year, you know, we're trying to grow new things. It's a bit of fun. We don't know if we're going to like them, but we're going to give it a go. And before you do that, you can't really say you don't like something. So we'll be chatting about it next weekend. And until then, it's goodbye from me.
And me.
And you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Take care.